Introduction. Rahul is going on a field visit with his classmate and school teachers from Naldurg to Osmanabad district to Alibag in Raigad district. The school has engaged a special bus from State Transport for this purpose. Rahul and his classmates have organized this visit under their teachers' guidance. Let's find out how the students are experiencing the changes occurring in relief, soil, vegetation and human settlements. As they travel from Naldurg to Alibag, go through the following conversation between the teachers and students. Besides personal luggage and iCards, students are carrying the above items with them. Day 1, 6 hours. Dear students, now we have left Naldurg and are on our way to Solapur. We will have our breakfast at Solapur and lunch near Sihagar, Pune. Now all of you should observe both the sides along the road and note down observations in notebooks with reference to these points: relief, water bodies, vegetation, soil, agriculture, human settlement, settlement patterns. Undulating, have a wavy form of outline. And somewhere in between we can find plains. We can also see some agricultural fields. We can see small settlements along the roads. We can also see tea stalls, dhabas, petrol pumps and other shops. Yes, Meena, your observations? Madam, are we going down the slope? Correct. Now we are in the southern part of the Balaghat ranges. They are the eastern offshoots of the Sahyadris. Keep looking at the map given to you and the topography outside. You can easily see the changes occurring in the landscape. Now tell me about the settlement pattern and housing types. Madam, in rural areas we see houses in a straight line along the road. The wall of the houses are made of clay, while use of mud and wood is visible in making the roofs. In this area, we can mainly see dry grass. Trees which have shed their leaves are visible in some places. Good observation, Suraj and Renuka. Such settlements are called linear settlements. We have learned that in 7th standard. The houses which you saw are called mud and wood houses. These are the traditional houses built by a specific method. The vegetation here belongs to dry deciduous type. They shed their leaves during a specific season. Solapur city. Now we have reached Solapur city. In urban areas, the population density is high. We see multi-storied houses. They are made from a mixture of cement, sand, rubble and water. They are constructed using bricks. Shops with modern amenities like shopping malls, restaurants, etc. are also found along the roads. Now we are crossing Solapur city. Dear students, see the cultivation around. What do you see, observe and tell? Madam, I find that the fields are greener here. When we had left Naldur, we had seen some shrub crop and there was some sugarcane. Now I can see it is mainly sugarcane cultivated. Correct. When we had left Naldur, we had seen cultivation of moong, urad and other pulses. But now it is mainly sugarcane. This is because of availability of irrigation facilities. Yes, madam, we had crossed a canal. Now I can see a large reservoir here. Which is this reservoir, madam? Refer to your maps as shown there. What can you see? Write R. The backwaters of Ujni Dam built on the river Bhima. This dam is mainly used for supplying drinking water. It is also used for power generation, fishing, irrigation, etc. Madam, this seems to be a plain area. Yes, we are going through a plain region. This is part of the Deccan Plateau itself. As we go westward, we will see major changes in the relief and vegetation. I also noticed that when we left Naldur, trees like Jujubu and Babul, etc. were visible, but here different trees are seen. Good. While crossing Naldur, we saw semi-arid thorny type of vegetation. Change in type of vegetation is an indicator of change in the amount of rainfall in that area. We see that Anjan, banyan and peepal trees are more in number here. Alright, now we have reached the foothills of Sinhagar. Now we will climb to the top and you will see the offshoots of the Western Ghat. You will carry your iCard, notebook, pen, binoculars, camera, cap, map and water bottle. Keep your luggage and other items in the bus itself. We have now reached the fort of Sinhagar. How will you collect the information about it? The students discussing. If you were a part of this field visit, what preparations would you make? I would make the following preparations. I would collect information about the place of field visit through books and internet. I would take bag, water bottle, notebook, pen, first aid box, binocular, camera, cap, compass, map, etc. along with my personal things. I would take some jars for the collection of samples from there. I would remain present on time and would follow the instructions of the teacher. Suppose teacher asks you to plan the visit, how will you plan the details of the trip? I will plan the details of the trip in the following way. Deciding the place. Deciding the place of field visit. It includes planning about location, distance, transportation route. Means of transportation, duration of field visit, etc. Deciding the purpose. It includes deciding the aims and learning objectives of the field visit. For example, visiting a hill station and seashore to study the differences in climatic conditions between them. Collecting, obtaining essential documents. It includes collecting or obtaining the location map of a field, necessary permission letters, etc. For example, obtaining permission letter of the owner of a factory allowing a visit to a factory. Preparing questionnaire. It includes preparing questionnaire as per the purpose of field visit. For example, if field visit is at dam, then preparing following type of questionnaires to gather information. What is the name of the dam? In which year it is constructed? Who constructed this dam? Dam water is only used for irrigation or electricity is generated out of it? What is the holding capacity of the dam, etc.? What precautions will you take continuously during the field visit? We We will do the following preparations continuously during the field visit. We will ensure safety of oneself and others. We'll carry all our essential commodities, iCards, first aid box. We will strictly obey the instructions given by the teacher. During field visit, we will try to gather information about local circumstances by conversing with the local people. We will also ensure that one does not harm the environment in the way to field visit. We'll collect more information about mud and wood houses. Correlate pulse cropping with low rainfall. We will obtain information regarding multi-purpose projects. Vegetation is an indicator of difference. What are the other indicators of difference in precipitation? Yes, vegetation is an indicator of differences in precipitation. Other indicators of differences in precipitation are as follows: population, structure of houses, relief, animal, and bird. Madam, we saw a board at the entrance which gave us information about the Sinhagar fort. We have also clicked its picture. Good, Neha. Now who will tell the difference in the relief features? Madam, we can see that now the undulating plains have turned into rugged topography with hills. This is a high hill. We are at a higher altitude and hence we can even experience clouds. Very good, Kasim. You can notice many physical features like rock pinnacles, valleys and the hills and the layers formed from volcanic eruptions. Have you recognized the rock found here? You might have seen some debris of landslides at places while climbing. Now tell me about the agricultural pattern around. Madam, this is basalt, an igneous type of rock. We had learnt about it in class 6. We saw many pulses being cultivated at the place where we live. Between Solapur to Pune, we saw sugarcane. Now we see mainly paddy fields. Correct, it is because of the good amount of rainfall here. Can you recall seeing a similar fort-like structure before? What difference do you see between both of them? Madam, we can compare this with the Nadal fort itself, but it is not situated on a hill like Sinhagar. We do not have to climb up a slope to see it. Very good. Now we have reached the top of the fort. This is a hill fort as it has been built on a hill. This was built with a view of security and to keep an eye on the surroundings. Naldur is a fort on the land. All such forts are the heritage of our state. Come here and look down. The water body that you can see in front is the reservoir of the Khadapwasla Dam, which serves water to the areas in and around Pune. Now we will go to the Kalyan Darwaza. Come here and see this structure. This is called Dev Taki, sacred tank. Water coming from a natural spring gets stored here. Even today it serves water all the year round to the people who stay at the fort above. Oh my God, how can water be available continuously at this height since centuries? We will be visiting places in Pune like Shaniwar Vada and famous marketplaces like Tulsi Bagh and Mahatma Phule Mandir. There are wholesale and retail markets here. You can do shopping here. Make sure you write down all your observations. Discussion. How will the terrain below appear to the birds from the sky? Out of which process has the plateau of Maharashtra formed? What is the main type of rock seen here? The plateau of Maharashtra was formed as a result of the flow of molten magma out of the surface of the earth through the vent on the ground. The main type of rock is igneous. Gather information about faults. Consider the following points for it: determination of location, period of construction, construction style, and security mechanism. Day 2, 7 hours. Now we are on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Can you see the change in the relief again? We will stop at Rajmachi Point near Lonavala. Yes, madam, even though we are driving on a plain road, we can see hilly regions all around. The frequency of houses is becoming less. These are the slopes of the Western Ghat. We call these hilly areas Sahyadris too. From here, you can observe the difference in slopes. The gentle slope to the east and the steep slope to the west. Towards the west, you can see many cliffs and waterfalls about which you have learned in class 9. This region is also a source of river Ulhas, a major west-flowing river. Madam, we are crossing the Ghat section and now are we going to Khopoli? Correct, Namdev. This is known as the Bhor or Khandala Ghat in the Western Ghat. We will now enter the western coastal plains of India. Observe the trees, soil and houses that you see. Madam, we can see dense forests comprising of thick vegetation in the Ghats. We can see trees with broad leaves. We have seen such trees in the Srinagar region too. These are teak trees. This region is a region of deciduous trees. There are many Vanrais and Devrais. Madam, I can feel a change in the weather. It is getting hotter and I have started perspiring. You feel the change in the air. Because of increase in humidity in the air, we start perspiring and skin becomes sticky. As we go near the sea, this will increase. Madam, it has started raining in this region. Also, the amount of rainfall seems to be more. It might be happening because of this. Namdev, correct observation. Because of heavy rainfall and nearness to the sea, this happens. Also because of high rainfall, rice is the major crop here. Soon we will reach the sea. Can you name the sea? The Arabian Sea. Good. After reaching Alibag, before we go to our lodges, we will visit the Talati office. You can gather information on the basis of the questionnaire you have prepared in the school. We will be asking him questions about the type of crops, soil types, cultivation of fruits and other cash crops. We are asking him how land revenue is collected in his or her office. Land under irrigation, watershed programs and other occupations in the village. Dear students, after lunch we will go to the sea coast. How many of you will be seeing the sea for the first time? I'm just trying to imagine what a breathtaking view it would be to see the sea. What will it look like? Or will there be just water? True, Abira, we will visit the beach now. We have already given clear instructions regarding precautions to be taken there. We will also visit a fort called Kolaba or Alibag Fort here. We will have to take into account the timings of the high and the low tides, as this is away from the coast in the sea. We have studied the work of sea waters in class 9. We will also identify some of the landforms formed by the sea waves. Can you name some of them? Beach, sea caves, wave cup. platforms, sandbars? Good, you remember them well. Madam, this fort is different from the first two. Good, Neha. Can you tell the difference between them? Yes, madam. This fort was constructed in water while the other two were on land. Good. This fort is built on a wave-cut platform. Because it is surrounded by seawater, it is called a sea fort. Earlier, these forts were built for the security of the seas. There are many such forts on the west coast. Yes, I have heard names like Sindur, Janjira earlier. Based on the information you have collected, can you tell what occupations are followed here? Madam, fishing and agriculture, both the occupations are followed here. Correct, Rahul. To which category do these occupations belong? Madam, these are primary occupations. True. Initially, fishing was the main occupation. Later on, agriculture was also practiced in this region but away from the shore. Coconut, betel nut, jackfruit, banana, and some spices are cultivated in the coastal plains. This is horticultural farming. Today, tourism has become an important occupation here. Discussion. Do you agree that regions and necessities influence differences in the means of livelihood? Yes, I agree that region and necessities influence the difference in the means of livelihood. Guess in which season of the year is the field visit being undertaken? Field visit is being undertaken in the season of spring. What is the concept of Devrai? Devrai means sacred groves, which is maintained on the name of any god. These are forest fragments of varying sizes which are communally protected and which usually have a significant religious connotation for the protecting community. Hunting and logging are usually strictly prohibited within these patches. Other forms of forest usage like honey collection and deadwood collection are sometimes allowed on a sustainable basis. Sacred groves did not enjoy protection via federal legislation in India. Some NGOs work with local villagers to protect such groves. What precautions have to be taken while going to the seacoast? The following precautions have to be taken while going to the seacoast. Should not swim if you don't know. Should not go much forward in the sea. Should not throw anything which is of no use. Should follow the instructions of teacher. What is the simplest method of understanding the timing of the tide? To know the timing of moonrise and moonset is the simplest method of understanding the timing of the tide. What type of photographs will you click with respect to the field visit? We will click the photographs of crops, animals, birds, soil, rock, trees, houses, local life, etc. with respect to the field visit. On the basis of which points will you write the tour report? The points of the tour report are as follows. Preface, details of the site of field visit, purpose of the field visit, details of pre-planning, chronological information of the field visit, question answer sheet, acknowledgement, reference list. During field visit, how will you obtain various types of information? During field visit, we will obtain various types of information by observing facts, interviewing concerned officials and studying the documents available at the selected field